Tom Petty was more than just a rock star. He was a guardian of rock and roll's true soul. He stood by his principles, rejecting glitz, gimmicks, and anything that diluted the honesty of music. To Petty, rock wasn't about speed, flash, or image. It was about heart, truth, and storytelling. That fierce philosophy often made him clash with some of the most celebrated guitarists of his time. Musicians he believed were turning rock into a hollow display of technique instead of an expression of life. One of his biggest rivalries was with Eddie Van Halen. The moment Petty first heard Van Halen's debut album in 1978, he frowned and asked, "He can play 1,000 notes a minute, but can he play one that matters?" To Petty, Eddie symbolized everything wrong with flashy guitar culture, speed over soul. He even warned his bandmates in the studio, "Don't Van Halen this thing." Still, years later, Petty admitted he had made peace with Eddie's style, even if he never embraced it. Another name that disappointed Petty was Slash from Guns N' Roses. Fans saw Slash as a symbol of freedom and authenticity, but Petty dismissed him as an actor in costume. "They're playing dress-up as rock stars. We're still trying to be musicians," he once said after a show. For Petty, the top hat, cigarette, and Les Paul guitar were more image than substance, an illusion of rock, not the real struggle behind it. Perhaps the most surprising name on the list was The Edge from U2. Petty criticized him for relying too much on effects, saying, "This isn't guitar playing, it's sound design." To Petty, pedals and delay blurred true ability, turning music into a technological trick rather than emotional communication. Their tension was never open warfare, but the cold silence between them spoke volumes. Kirk Hammett of Metallica also fell on Petty's list. Watching Metallica perform, Petty once remarked, "It's impressive in the same way a jackhammer is effective, but would you listen to one for pleasure?" He mocked Hammett's use of the wah-wah pedal, calling it a filter to make empty playing sound interesting. To Petty, intensity wasn't the same as connection, and that was the heart of his criticism. Then came Joe Satriani, known for his breathtaking instrumental albums. Petty had no personal issue with him, but he despised the philosophy behind instrumental showmanship. Without lyrics, what is he really trying to say? Petty asked. To him, music without words risked becoming an endless one-sided conversation. Impressive, yes, but empty of meaning. And finally, Yngwie Malmsteen, the neoclassical shredder Petty once compared to a cat swallowing a calculator. He saw Malmsteen's playing as nothing more than competition and ego, speed over emotion, calculation over heart. For Petty, that wasn't music, it was spectacle. In the end, Tom Petty's disdain wasn't about jealousy. It was about philosophy. He believed rock and roll should be about truth, not tricks. Emotion, not ego. Stories, not showmanship. Some saw his views as harsh, while others believed he was the last protector of authenticity in rock. So what do you think? Was Tom Petty right to call out some of rock's biggest names? Or was he too critical of musicians who simply played differently than he did? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you love the untold stories of rock legends, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to StarLoop News for more deep dives into the real stories behind the music. Because here, we keep rock and roll honest.